Alright, guys. As you could tell, no intro. I don't know what's going on, but my video editing site is getting really wonky right now. So for probably the next week while I record, you won't see any intro. It'll just be me talking. Hopefully that's alright with you guys, but I'll try and see what I can do to get this fixed. So today I wanted to go back to more of what I used to do because I feel like in the past couple of months my content hasn't been really helpful and it's more just been like motivational speeches and stuff, which is great. But I still think that a lot of people are probably going to need somebody who helps them start self improvement and actually, know what to do on this journey. So this video is going to be about fitness and starting weightlifting and other fitnesses like that. So see if I can help someone. So, what is the point of fitness at all? Well, obviously it's to make you healthier, to increase your lifespan, but I mean everybody knows that already. Everybody knows that it's going to make you healthier. So what's the point other than that? Because everybody knows that it's going to make you healthier. But still a lot of people don't do it. What's the point? Well, there's a mental health aspect where by weightlifting and by exercising, you gain so much confidence and assuredness in yourself that you are able to project into the world, which brings more attention, attraction onto you, and everything like that, which improves your mental health greatly. Which means not only do you live a longer life, you'll live a happier life, which I feel like is a lot better for more people. I feel like more people want to live a happier life than a longer life. But also, you know, as a teenager, we all want girlfriends, and by weightlifting, exercising, looking healthy, of course we're going to get more, right? So those are the two main reasons I see most people start their fitness journey. And if you're watching this video about some 15-year-old telling you how to start your fitness journey, I think you already know this. So I'm going to get right into the good stuff. So I'm going to talk about when you should start weightlifting, why you should start weightlifting, and how you should start it, along with how to add in cardio and things like that. So, when you should start weightlifting. Now, for almost everybody watching this video, you have no excuse not to start. If you're injured or you're like 12, I wouldn't start. But if you're a healthy teenager, there's no reason you shouldn't start. If you're too young, don't start when you're like 11, 12, because the risk of injury in weightlifting is very great, and I want you to be at least a little bit more mature before you start lifting actual weights. Now, with that, there's no reason that you can't start doing pull-ups, push-ups, body weight squats, body weight lunges, wall sits, a lot of calisthenics things to get into it. And if you're 11, 12, I would search up calisthenics workouts because those are much more safe and you don't need equipment for them. But if you are a healthy teenager, adult, you should start weightlifting like now. And again, it doesn't have to be weightlifting. I hear the excuse of, oh, I don't have a gym. Well, if you can't pay for a gym, you can go online and get a good pair of dumbbells for $100. And I know, oh, $100 is a lot, but I mean, your health has to be the most important investment in your life. If you can't throw down $100 on it, either you're really poor or you need to rethink your life, because this is the most important investment in your life. It's what's going to make you healthy. It's going to make you happy. It's what's going to make you live long, and it'll probably make you more successful in other ventures as well. So dropping $100 is nothing compared to the gains you get. But even if you can't do that, let's say you can't even drop $100 on a pair of dumbbells. You have a floor, even if you don't even have a house, you can go outside. There's a floor, there's a tree. You can do push-ups, you can do pull-ups, you can do squats, you can do lunges, you can do triangle push-ups, whatever. You can still do those things, and you need to research those things. But because I can't tell you what you need to do, but you need to do. So, if you want to start weightlifting, what's the best way to do it? The best way to start weightlifting, I believe, is just to go to the gym. You don't necessarily need a plan, although you should have a little bit of a plan. You don't need, a whole optimized workout routine. Just go to the gym, fool around, lift some weights for 30 minutes, and come back. And do that every day. I mean, every day. Don't go 3 days a week. Don't go 5 days a week. Go every single day. Building up that discipline of this is when I go to the gym. This is how I go to the gym. Building up that habit, that discipline of going to the gym. And the workouts don't have to be crazy. They don't have to be super optimized with the perfect athleticism or something like that. They can just be simple, like 9-set workouts if you want. That's fine. But going to the gym every day, building that habit, building that discipline of, I got to go to the gym today, even if I don't want to, even if I can't, if I don't have a lot of time, just going anyways, is what's going to really help you with starting to get into the gym. And when you start, you're not going to be the strongest, you're not going to be the best, so stop acting like it. Watch YouTube videos, watch, creators that are better than you, help you with form and, strength ability, and learn from people that are better than you. Because when you go in the gym, you're not going to be the strongest guy. You're never going to be the strongest guy. So let those people help you become stronger. Okay, so after a couple months, you built that discipline. Now what do you want to do? Well, this is when you start getting routine. Start searching up workout plans online that fit your schedule. Start looking up videos of people's workout plans. All this stuff. What I love to remind everybody that watches these videos is there's no one perfect workout plan. There's no one workout plan that is going to be the best for everybody, because everybody's going to have different preferences, different ideas on what they think is the best. And you need to find what works for you. You can't go off what everybody else says. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to look at different workout plans and find exercises that you enjoy. And they don't, have to be the perfect optimal exercises. They can be, something that maybe people don't think is optimal. But honestly, if you enjoy the exercise, then it's going to be better for you, because you're going to be more motivated to do the exercise. You're going to be more motivated to go to the gym because you like what you're doing there. You're also going to be more motivated to push. You're going to be more motivated to go to failure because you enjoy that exercise. So finding the right exercise isn't finding out what's the most optimal. It's finding out what works best for you. If you're doing bench press and it really hurts your shoulder, and this guy says that if you use dumbbells, it's easier, but everybody else is like, oh no, dumbbells suck. But you find that you like doing it with dumbbells, do it with dumbbells. Do what is best for you, because just like, I made this video on, how self-improvement is subjective. Some things work for some people, some things don't work for some people. Everybody has different goals. So you can't go off the workout plans and the goals of somebody else. Find your own goals. Find your own reason for going to the gym. Find your own exercises that you like. And do those instead. Because most people that want to start going to the gym, they start failing because they never actually go to the gym. They stay at home. They work for the most optimal workout plan. And, you know, they keep researching. They look for the perfect time. But they never actually go to the gym because they don't think it's the right time. They don't think they have the right workout plan yet. If you just start going, you'll build your own workout plan. When I started going to the gym, or at least for me, going downstairs into my basement where we had a home gym, I didn't have a good plan. My plan was a 3 day a week plan that I searched up on Google, the first result. But I had that first result, and I started to meld that first result into my own workout plan. I found what worked from that specific website. I looked for more. I started to meld those in until I had an actual 3 day routine. And then I started to get more time. I started to put aside more time for weightlifting. So I started to split up my workouts and add more of each exercises into my workouts until a 5 day routine hit. And then I had a 5 day routine for a while, and then I added more time, and I found that I could do 7 days if I split my workouts right, so I wasn't working muscles too much. And then I had a 7 day routine, and then I changed that 7 day routine because I didn't really like some of the things that I was doing. And then I changed again to incorporate forearms into my workouts because I felt like my forearms were getting small, and I like having thick forearms, you know? So, I'm still changing my workouts, and it's been year and a half, 2 years since I started working out. So don't expect that you're going to find the perfect workout. Enjoy the process of finding new workouts, finding new exercises, finding things that you like, of making your own workout plans. Because it's what's going to be best for you. But my recommendation is, if you're going to start working out, you need to at least add in squats, deadlifts, bench press, probably some kind of row, regular curls, and tricep pushdowns. Those are my 6 that I love. And I feel like, even with deadlifts, I didn't start doing deadlifts until like 6 months in because I didn't think they were good. So let your workup plan develop naturally. Don't make it something that's forced and, you have to do this because this guy said it's optimal and this guy's really big. Well, he might be taking steroids. He's probably been lifting for a decade at least. But his workout plan isn't going to be perfect to yours. So take his advice. Let your own become your own. So that's weightlifting. What about cardio? Because I know a lot of people who are into weightlifting say that cardio is like bad and it ruins your gains and everything like that. Well, I think that's all just stupid. And I think it's really dumb. But let's talk about it. So I think cardio is very, very important because, we're not doing weightlifting just so we can look in the mirror and we can flex and say, yeah, I've got big muscles. We're doing weightlifting so we can be healthier. And obviously because we can flex in the mirror and say, yeah, I have big muscles. But to be healthier, right? It's the same thing with cardio. Cardio massively improves our heart health. Depending on what you're doing, it can improve strength in your legs, in whatever. So I really recommend adding in maybe just 30 minutes of cardio a day. So like 2.5 hours a week, maybe 3 hours a week of cardio. It doesn't have to be a lot. And it doesn't have to be something like running. I hate running. I would never do running unless I had to. But, I like to bike, and I also like to swim with my friends. So those are things that I do. I go to swim practices. I bike down there. So find what cardio works for you too. It's the same thing with weightlifting. There's no optimal way to do it. Find what you like, and what you like will probably make you push further because you enjoy doing that. You're not finding a reason to quit, and you'll be more motivated to go out every day, to go bike if you like biking, or go run if you like running. Whatever works for you, but find what works for you and make cardio an important part of your exercise, because people say that cardio is bad for you and it ruins your gains, but we're not trying to be, freaking Arnold Schwarzenegger. We're just trying to be healthier. So finding the right cardio that we like doing and that's going to improve our heart health, our lungs health, our circulatory system is going to be very, very, very important. So don't skip your cardio, please. Now, let's talk about the other half of being healthy, which is having good nutrition. Now, to have good nutrition, it's going to take a lot and a lot of time. It's not going to be some easy change where you snap your fingers and suddenly all the junk food disappears and you hate sugar. You know, when I started work self improvement, I had a massive sweet tooth. I was eating cereal, candy, brownies, cookies, whatever you could name, like on the daily, because I loved that stuff. I had a massive sweet tooth. But I knew that I couldn't allow that to be a controlling factor of me. I couldn't let that sweet tooth control my decisions. So I started to eat healthier. And, was it good? No. I had a lot of issues in my diet. I was still eating a lot of sugar, but it was better than it was yesterday. And now I still struggle with the fact that I have a massive sweet tooth. When I start eating junk food, it takes a lot of discipline for me to not eat junk food. But my diet was better than it was 1 year ago, 2 years ago. It's way better than that. And, it wasn't easy. There have been times where I thought about giving up. There have been times where I've literally almost broke down because I'm so angry at myself. But not once did I ever regret changing my nutrition. I knew that those times where I was so angry, so mad, and so annoyed that I was growing. And I still see the results it has on my body. 2 years ago, I would have never been able to flex and see my big muscles like they are now. 2 years ago, I would have never gotten the respect of my friends for what I looked like. And has it been easy? No. But do I regret anything that I've done? No. So, there's also this big diet problem out there with the if it fits your macros diet. Now that diet pisses me off. To see these YouTubers that are, let's be real, all of them are probably juicing, saying, oh yeah, you can eat whatever you want. You can eat 100 grams of sugar and that, as long as you have this much protein, you'll be fine. You'll look good. You'll be healthy. It's so dumb, bro. Do not listen to these YouTubers because all of them are going to die by the time they're 50 years old. They don't actually have health in mind. All they want to do is flex in the mirror with their freaking juiced up bodies and say, yeah, I look good. So now I can tell people how to eat. All they're doing is trying to sell this to you. They won't be able to sell, oh yeah, I spent 10 years eating healthy, bulking and cutting correctly, and doing all this so I could look like this today. Because nobody wants to hear that. Everybody knows that it takes effort, but nobody wants to know that it takes effort. Everybody wants to hear, oh yeah, you can eat whatever you want. As long as you work out and as long as it's in your calories, you'll be fine. No. When you reach 40 years old, you don't want to be the guy that can't play with his kids because his body's broken from all the shit he's been putting into it. You don't want to be the guy that can't play with his grandkids because he didn't take care of himself. Imagine what future you would think if you were sitting in a wheelchair because you didn't take care of yourself. You didn't eat healthy. You didn't do the right things as a kid. Would you be proud of yourself? Would you like your past self? No. So start thinking for your future self. Start trying to make your future self grateful. Make healthy decisions that will make your future self able to play with his grandkids, able to walk around and be healthy, able to live to 80, 90, 100 years old. You know? Don't let your brain try and get rid of the work, because there's no shortcuts in life. If there's anything that martial arts taught me, is that there's no shortcuts. I can sit here and say that, I've had the perfect diet since I was 12 years old, but that doesn't mean I did. And my body, my brain knows that I haven't. And, it's going to harm me because I took shortcuts when I was younger. I know that. I'm trying to reverse them now. But those shortcuts are still going to harm me. And, you can take shortcuts, but then when you get older, your life will start to take cuts. 5 years, 10 years, you'll be stuck in a wheelchair. You'll be dead when you could have been happy and healthy if you didn't take those shortcuts. There's no shortcuts in life. If there's anything that you remember from this part, there's no shortcuts in life. You're going to have to work for everything that you want. But that doesn't mean that it's not possible. That doesn't mean that it's unobtainable. So be prepared to put in hours and years. Let's be real. Be prepared to put in years of work, of improving your diet, of improving your health, of feeling like it's not enough, but also pushing through and keep breaking through those hard times to actually become better. Be prepared for years of hard work, years of cheat days that you didn't want to have, years of skipping workouts that you shouldn't have, but also years of improvement, of seeing yourself become a better person. So now let's talk about what a diet actually looks like. So for me, I don't really know how to describe this. I call it a caveman diet because what we want to do is really just eat the natural foods. We don't want to eat this all this food with like the stupid crazy chemicals in them. We just want to eat the very low ingredient foods. So my recommendation would be a lot of meat and eggs because they're very good. They're high in protein, high in healthy fats, and they're very good for you no matter what it says. Nuts, cheese, butter. I love all this stuff. It's really good for you. Has a lot of healthy fats. But you also need to incorporate fruits and veggies into your diet to make sure you're getting necessary nutrients. I feel like this diet, of like a lot of meat and a good amount of fruits and veggies helps me stay like with a clear mind, but also knowing that I'm still getting good nutrients and, you know, doing well in life. So my recommendation is lots of meat and then incorporate in nuts, cheese, butter, whatever you like from there. Yogurt, I find yogurt's a really good one. And fruits and vegetables all the time because that's what really helps me. So, how do you actually build muscle? Well, again, there's two sides to it. There's the weightlifting side, and then there's bulking and cutting. So, for the weightlifting side, it comes down to two things. It comes down to your intensity and the programs. Now, I'll get over the programs because they're pretty easy to talk about. The program is just following a certain workout routine, and it doesn't have to be anything certain, but here's the guidelines that I would say for you. Generally, if you want to build muscle well, I would go to the gym 5 days a week, and I wouldn't really have any days where you're doing the same thing like 2 days in a row. So I wouldn't have chest on Monday and then chest on Tuesday again, because you need time for your chest to recover so it can grow muscles. Because what you're doing when you're weightlifting is you're giving micro tears in all the muscle fibers in your chest, and then those tears are reforming stronger and bigger. They heal stronger and bigger. So you don't want to do chest on Monday and then chest on Tuesday too, because you're not allowing that time for it to reform. So like go chest and then maybe back and then maybe legs. And if you want to do chest again, you can do chest the next day. But give yourself time between each one. But after that, no big deal. Find what works for you and find what's fun for you, and you'll be great. And then we come up to the most important part of building muscle: training intensity. If you're training with good intensity, you'll make gains. It doesn't matter if you're doing the most optimal exercises, you'll make gains. By pushing yourself to that limit, you'll make the gains. Everybody talks about training to failure, and that's really the most important part. You got to find out what your failure is. On the bench press, you don't want to do 3 reps and be like, oh, that was hard, but let's put it away anyways. You want to go 3 reps, 4 reps, your chest hurts, 5 reps, 6 reps, you're pushing, you can barely get the bar up. Then you get your spotter, 7 reps, your spotter has to help you up with your 7th rep, and then you put it down. You want to be training very intense, but with good form. So look up videos on good form, get a gym bro that can help you with that. Don't do that on your own. And now, the final part of training is bulking and cutting. Because yes, you can build muscle by not tracking your calories, but I feel like it's easier for me to know that I'm building muscle and making progress if I track my calories. So one of the things I do is we bulk and we cut. So when we bulk, what you want to do is you want to get a calorie calculator. Say, I don't know, just go online, search up calorie calculators. There's a lot. Type in all your physical attributes, and it'll give you about what your maintenance calories is, which is the amount of calories you can eat while staying at the same body weight, not gaining weight, not losing weight. Take that maintenance calorie, add about 300 to 400 calories to that. That would be your bulking calories, That's when you're going to be building muscle, but a little bit of fat too. But what happens is that extra calories, when you're weightlifting, those extra calories, that extra energy is used to build muscle. You also build fat, but that's just what comes along with it. And then there's cutting. Cutting is the exact opposite. Take your maintenance calories and you would subtract 300, 400. Personally, I do 500 because I found that I'm a really big eater. So if I subtract 500 and then have a day where I can eat 3,000 because, I took off more calories throughout the week, it's better for me, but that's just me. But again, the same thing. You subtract 300 to 400 calories and then you eat like that. And in that situation, you'll be in what we call a calorie deficit, where you are burning more calories through weightlifting, cardio, and just, your base calorie burning rate, your base metabolism, where, you're able to start burning the fat stores in your body for energy, and you lose the fat. So then you have the big muscles from bulking, which of course you'll lose a little bit because, your body will break down muscles and fat for calories. But it will also help you get that 6-pack. And, cutting is a lot harder for me. So I recommend starting it 3 months before you want to actually look like you have a 6-pack. But that's just me. Anyways, hope this video helped. If you watched all the way through this video, I'm really proud of you. Some good attention span right there. And I hope that I really helped you. Remember, do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. I love you guys. Bye-bye.